Good morning, profitable traders. Welcome to today's market conversation, being the 9th of January 2025. So good to have each and every one of you here. For this segment of the market conversation, I will be analyzing DXY, GBP USD, and Euro USD. I'd like to crave our indulgence to kindly share the link to this session with everyone on various social media platforms so that a lot of people can get to partake in what we have ongoing here. Without taking further time, we'll just head straight to the chart for the analysis of today on the DXY. The weekly time frame, we've been looking at this point of interest, 107.321. There's the left shoulder right there, sweep to the upside, break to the downside. We want to see price retracing all the way to this left shoulder at 107.321 on the weekly time frame. Coming down to the daily time frame also, we've seen a clear of the high residing at 98.403. Coming down to the 4-hour time frame, we're even seeing price buying further to the upside. Looking at this, all we are interested in is actually buy opportunities. So there's left shoulder at 98.231, sweep to the downside, break to the upside. This is exactly what we want to see price do, for price to retrace into a discount level, because we always want to buy at discount. So once price retraces into this discount level at 98.231, we will be longing the DXY. Next on our list, being Euro USD, the weekly time frame as seen right here, we want to sell all the way to this left shoulder at 1.06763. This is a point of interest, shoulder, sweep, break to the upside. We are speculating and looking out for price to retrace right back into this level. There's even a fair value gap right here. 2 points of interest, actually. 2 points of interest, a fair value gap, a fair value gap, and the left shoulder. So once price retraces right back there, we want to sell and buy Euro USD, I beg your pardon. And on the 4-hour time frame, we've seen that this low, daily time frame, I beg your pardon, daily time frame, this low has been taken out. So we'll be looking out for sell opportunities on the much lower time frames. On the 4-hour time frame, as seen right here, we're even seeing that we're in a downtrend, very obvious, nothing confusing here, we're in a downtrend. So all we'll be looking out for are actually entries, and there's one right here. We always want to sell at premium. We want to sell when price gets to premium. And on the 1-hour time frame, there's a level right here that I'm interested in selling from, 1.17287. Sweep shoulder, I beg your pardon, at 1.17287. Sweep to the upside, break to the downside. Once price retraces right back into this left shoulder at 1.17287, I am interested in selling Euro USD down to GBP USD on the weekly time frame. Pretty much, we are looking out for price to retrace right back into this left shoulder at 1.24683. Shoulder, sweep, break, and once price retraces and returns right back there, we want to buy. And coming down to the daily time frame, as seen right here, it's more bullish than bearish, of course, until we see a clear of this low at 1.33681. But it's the daily time frame. Let's see what price is doing on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame wants to clear the low right here, residing at 1.34288. Coming out to the 1-hour time frame, we may be looking out for entries for the sell, right? We want to sell GBP USD and shoulder right here at 1.35455. Sweep to the upside, break to the downside. Once price returns right back into this left shoulder, best believe we want to short GBP USD. So that's my outlook. That's my outlook for today. If you have questions, if you have a different bias from everything that has been said, feel free to mention in the chat box. You have a totally different bias, a totally different outlook. We are all here to learn from each other. And while we're doing that, for our Control 2.0 bot listing service, we have resumed. If you know anyone who's interested in earning passively from the financial market, kindly tell them to visit valueflowtrading.com/falcon. And if you're interested yourself, visit valueflowtrading.com/falcon to get more information. And registration for our courses, FX Bootcamp and ATM cash flow training is ongoing. Send us a message on 081 6099 5030. If there are no questions, we'll be going on a break and we'll be back for the second segment of today's analysis. With that being said, cheers and God bless.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the market call brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. That was a very good, insightful analysis from Cynthia. And this morning, my name is Lekon Shiemi, and I'll be taking us through the analysis of the precious metal. And from there, we head straight to Japan to see what is going on with the yen basket, and we use that to interpret what our take would be on the yen correlated pair for today being Friday, the 8th of January 2026. All right, so let's start from the weekly time frame analysis of the precious metal. Just as we said on Monday that this year we are expecting some level of pullback for the precious metal, at least all the way to the midpoint of this last bullish move expansion to the upside. So one way or the other, we are going to see the precious metal, range a bit this year, even though the overall move is still very much bullish, but we are still going to see some level of pullback a bit, and we don't expect it to sell more than this particular zone that we mark on the weekly time frame. But we still expect much push to the upside, especially this week that there has been some kind of mixed geopolitical tension, talking about Russia, US also, and what has been going on globally. So there is high tendency next week we are going to see more push of the precious metal to the upside, especially looking at what is also going on the crude oil. All right, let's move to the daily analysis to see what we have going on the daily analysis. On Monday, we're expecting that pullback, and that price is going to push a little bit more to this order block, which we saw clearly on the 4-hour time frame. The 4-hour time frame, this is it here. This is this order block here. So our analysis was that price, we expect it to buy all the way to this order block, which also correlates with the 4-hour shoulder level here. And from there, we want to see a sell-off all the way to this zone, of which when we refine this particular level, we are going to observe we have a shoulder resting just around that zone 2 on the 1-hour time frame, which is this level. So Our intake still remains that we still want to see the precious metal sell, even though I'm on the sell since on Wednesday. All right, so price already tapped into this particular level, and then we are seeing it push a little bit more to the downside. All right, we want to see more sales to the downside. So let's check on the 15-minute time frame. What exactly is our take right now? Then we can easily follow through. Now, price is still very much to the downside, but looking at structure within structure and in line with the higher time frame. So two things would happen. We are still going to see either price push a little bit more, and today being Friday, remember today is NFP2. We are expecting NFP by 2 p.m. today. And looking at the shoulder level that we have here, we already have the sweep of liquidity, the break of market structure, and we are expecting a pullback for price to come and take out all this, and we want to see this happen here. So two things happen is either when price get to this zone, it reacts back to the upside pre-NFP or during NFP, or if for any reason during NFP we see a very strong dollar and the precious metal break this zone to the downside, then that confirms the final move of our sell that we're expecting all the way to this particular level. I believe that is clear now. So let's check on the 5-minute time frame if there's any zone for us to enter. Right now, price is currently in a bit of consolidation on the 5-minute time frame, but the overall move still remains bullish, but price is currently reacting to the 4-hour pullback, which we still expect NFP is going to push more to the downside if we see a strong dollar for NFP. All right, let's quickly get to Japan to see what is going on the yen basket, and we use that to interpret what we have going on the yen correlated pair. All right, from the weekly perspective of the yen basket, you are going to observe that just as we said on Monday, price is currently sitting on the weekly order block, and this is very significant because if you interpret this with the other yen correlated pair, they created higher high, taking out the high of 2024, but on the yen basket itself, the low of 2024 is still being respected, and this is what we call divergence, which implies that we are still going to see more of a buy. There's high tendency to see a sharp move to the upside for the yen basket. But if you look at the daily time frame, we are seeing that price has been consolidating all through around this region for the yen basket. Price has been consolidating all through around this region for the yen basket. And one thing we know is that during this consolidation, there's high tendency we see a breakdown, meaning price taking out all this range, then now create a clear structure for the buy. So I'm still of the opinion, let's wait and see what the fall of the yen basket, particularly for this quarter or this month. All right. So with that, let's interpret it on GBP JPY. What we have going on GBP JPY. Same thing, and for GBP JPY, we've seen that the high of 2024 has clearly been taken out. If you look at that from the weekly perspective, this is the high of 2024 that's clearly been taken out since last year. And on Monday, we said for this week, we want to see price take out the high of last year, December 2025, the high of 26th of December 2025, which was this particular high here. So we saw how that price already took that level out on Tuesday, and now we are seeing price pushing to the downside. Remember, we say that the overall move is still a buy. Then what should we now look out for? On the 4-hour time frame, what are we seeing on the 4-hour time frame? Now, let's check on the 4-hour time frame. We've seen this consolidation, and we've seen how price has taken out the consolidation at the upside and now selling all the way down. Check it out on the 1-hour time frame. What do we have playing out on the 1-hour time frame? If you look at it from the 1-hour perspective, we are going to observe we have a shoulder here, and we have a break to the upside. So price came back all the way and tested the shoulder sometimes yesterday during the London session, and that is what just played out and we are seeing right now. So what price is doing right now is that you are still going to see more push to the upside for GBP JPY, all things being equal, because as price took out this liquidity, then it's expected that this new high will be taken out, right? So that is the move. And let's check on the lower time frame if there's any form of entry for us to join the buy if there's any. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, all I'm seeing here is yes, there's still more buy structure, and the only place we are most likely going to see that buy is after price takes out this liquidity level here. So when price takes out this liquidity level, then we are most likely going to see GBP JPY buy furthermore to the upside. All right. So that is that for GBP JPY, and we have our shoulder level just residing somewhere here. Okay, so that is going to be the price will tap into this shoulder level, clean and clear, and take out all this liquidity. When price take out this liquidity and we see our entry signature, which is a bullish engulfing, then we can easily pull the trigger to follow through with our stop loss just below this this low here. Then we can follow through. So that is for GBP JPY. And last on my list is EUR JPY, as we call it today. Let's check what is going on with EUR JPY. For EUR JPY2, you are going to agree with me. We've seen the high of 2024 taken out too, just as the way we saw it on GBP JPY, and this was even massive. So it's giving us a confirmation of more of buy of GBP JPY because the massive move of EUR JPY already pushed all the way to the upside. All right, what is the next move we are looking out for on GBP JPY? If you look at it on the 4-hour perspective, we are still very much bullish to the upside. So I'm still of the opinion we're still going to see more bullish move of GBP, EUR JPY. And as a matter of fact, price is still coming. High tendency, we still see price somewhere around this level here. Yes, we are going to see price around somewhere this level here, and our entry is going to be here. All right, so this is our shoulder well marked here. So we have our shoulder here, and this is going to be it from the 4-hour perspective of EUR JPY. Okay, so what we are expecting for EUR JPY is when price pull back all the way, take out this liquidity fund and tap here, then we can have our entry with our stop loss just below this low here, and we take it all the way 1:2 or 1:3. All right, so that is it. Let's check on the lower time frame if we have any entry right now to see how we can follow through. Right now, there is nothing here right now on the 1-hour time frame, and on the 15-minute time frame, everywhere still looks much more bullish to the upside. Just let's wait until price gets to our POI, and we can easily follow through for the EUR JPY buy. So I'm of the opinion the overall move for EUR JPY, anything yen correlated, we are looking at buy opportunity. Why? Because what we have on the yen basket is still showing us that there's still high probability of the last leg rally on the yen correlated pair. All right, if there's any question, I would like to take your question right now. And if none, remember to trade cautiously. Today is NFP, as we are expecting that to come up anytime soon. We're expecting NFP, that is for 2 p.m. this afternoon. We're expecting NFP 2 p.m. this afternoon, and 2:30 rather, 2:30 p.m. this afternoon. So yeah, we're expecting that, and nobody knows if we are going to have a stronger dollar or a weaker dollar. Although projection is showing us that there's high probability we see a stronger dollar, but let's wait till the news is released. Then that is going to give us the headway that we are going to move with, particularly for this month and even this first quarter. All right, so if there is no question, this is going to be the end of the market call-up brought to you by the Value Flow Trading team. To meet again by 2 p.m. this afternoon for the New York recap. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Once again, I'm the Conchiemi. Cheers and God bless.
Mr.
All
Leto,
right.
good morning.
Yes, go ahead. Good morning, man. Good morning.
Yeah, sorry. My question might not be actually related to today's review, but then
Please go
I
ahead.
just have general questions to ask.
All
Number
right.
one is the currency strength.
Yeah.
how do you implement it in daily trading? Like, okay, incorporate it, just like you just check the calendar now and the news for the day. So you can say, okay, this time by 2:30, no trade, you are opting out of the market. So how do you use the strength, currency strength to, how do you implement it in a daily trade to, I know it's pairs strength and with the pairs that are weak, but again, how do you just, okay, this currency is strengthened today, should I trade it or should I not trade it? So just enlighten
All
me.
right. All right, all right. Great. Thank you so much. Now, using the currency strength meter, this is one that we use very well. All right. Now, if you look at it and you see the currency strength, particularly from the daily perspective, it's showing us right now that we have very strong dollar. Uh, right now, as you can see, we have very strong dollar, strong USD card. So the pair I would love to trade right now, looking from the daily perspective, is mostly USD JPY, right? So if you have USD, you know why I said that? We have a very weak yen and we have a strong dollar. So the next thing you are going to do is go to your relatively close time frame, which is your 4 hour. And on the 4 hour time frame too, is also showing us that we still have a very strong dollar, even though some strength is already coming up on USD JPY. And looking at that, all you need to do is come to your chart, or you get your chart, go for USD JPY, go and look at the higher time frame structure. Looking at the higher time frame structure of USD JPY, sorry, my chart is a bit messed up. But looking at the higher time frame of the USD JPY, you are going to observe that we are still very much bullish. Even on the weekly time frame, we are very much bullish. And on the daily time frame too, it's still showing us we are very bullish, even though price already took out liquidity points here, right? Now you go to your lower time frame, 4 hour time frame to be specific, you go and look for structures. All structure there is still very much bullish, right? And go to your 1 hour perspective to check what you have on your 1 hour. On the 1 hour too, we are still very much bullish. So it already gave you confirmation of what you should be looking out for. Go to your lower time frame and go and look for structure that confirms the buy of USD JPY, because we are still very much strong. We still have a very strong dollar, right? Now, looking at the current structure we have here, I'm still of the opinion that price is coming all the way to take up liquidity around this level, right? And this is a very clean one. And also we have our clear shoulder printed somewhere here too. So we have this already marked out. So when price takes out this liquidity, then I will be willing to long USD JPY all the way to the upside. And putting into consideration the news coming up, which is mostly dominant of USD, talking about the dollar. So one thing you want to do is, if you see a very clear structure pre-NFP, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes pre-NFP, very clean and clear structure, you may want to take it. That's a risk trade, right? But you may want to take it. No risk, you get the point now. So you just have to take the risk. But if you don't trade news, you just have to wait after the news. Then you're going to see everywhere clearer and you follow through that way. I believe I've been able to answer your question. Let me know if I've been able to answer your question. Someone said,
Yes,
please.
thank you.
All right, you're
But
welcome. Someone
I
said,
still
okay,
have other ones. Maybe when you are done with this, I'll ask the next one.
okay. Someone said, which currency strength meter is this? You can just go to currency market milk. You see currency strength meter. Just browse on your Google Chrome or any browser you use. Just browse market milk and you see currency strength meter. Now we don't just jump on this. What we use this for, especially if you are part of our FS Bootcamp class, we teach you more in depth of how you bring everything in together, talking about your fundamental plus your sentiment and your technical analysis. So we look into, that's exactly what I just did now, but there is an in-depth perspective of it where you bring your fundamentals plus your sentiment plus your technical, and you use it to make decision of the trade you are taken. All right, Mr. Japheth, have I been able to answer your question, right? All right. Thank you so much. Please don't lie. Exactly. That's
Okay,
actually the truth. Yes. Yes.
Mr. Lekan,
FS.
sorry, I still have a question.
All right.
So looking at the shoulder, I've
Yeah.
been a bit confused on which side to look or get the right shoulder. Let's take for instance a shoulder to buy.
Yeah.
So must it come from left or right on the upward side on the bullish move, or yes, that is one, the sides like left or right. Yeah. So another question is, so the shoulder by itself,
Yeah.
can it be picked from any pullback from a move? Like if you are familiar with inducement, inducement is most likely the last pullback. So is there a specification for shoulder like that too, or it is just any pullback
Okay.
from a trend?
Okay. So I can answer your question. Let me ask one question. Have you taken our FS bootcamp before?
Yes, I currently register for it, but I've not been in a live training, but I've been watching
Okay.
videos.
Yes, you can easily go through the pre-recorded session. You get it much better, and even make sure you attend any of the live training. That is where we'll give you the insight of it. And for more clarity, see what I'm going to say based on your question is for a buy move, if you are looking for your buy move, then your shoulder have to come from your left side. And talking about first, you need to see liquidity being taken out and a clear market structure shift. And also before the clear market structure shift, if there is any form of liquidity being built like we have here, then you take cognizance of that. There are about 4 to 5 things you watch out to give you a confirmation of if that shoulder is going to be valid or not, which you are going to get that in your FS Bootcamp course that you are taking currently. Is already there. So when you look at those 5 things, that is one thing that gives you the insight. Now, out of those 5 things now, in this particular setup that we are seeing here, I already see 3 of it. And the 3 that I've already seen, the 5th one is just right below here. The 4th one rather, right below here. So this is what is giving me the confirmation of the buy continuation of USD JPY. Okay. And based on what you are trying to say, in relation to the inducement, one thing you need to know is that yes, inducement clean and clear when price already taken out that it gives a very clear move. But sometimes if you don't consider those 4 things you watch out for you to validate a clean and clear bust pattern, there's most high probability that even the inducement itself, after it's been taken out, will still be wrong with your direction. You get what I'm trying to say now? But looking at what we have here, you already see the sweep of liquidity. You already see liquidity being built before the break of market structure. Then we expect price to come totally to take out the liquidity and continue it by all the way to the upside. And we don't just make that conclusion. We've seen from the sentiment and also from the fundamental that the yen is a bit weak. So that is giving us more confirmation, more layer of confirmation into what we should see on the yen correlated pair. All right. So have I been able to answer your question now?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank
So
you.
there is this guy, because I've been following the section throughout the week. I can't remember his name now. He has been the only one that mentioned inducement in all his section. So is the company like have anything relating to inducement? Because I've not noticed it in the current videos I watched.
All right. As regard that, every one of us, we have a different style of trading, right? And if you look at the FS, the course you took, you are going to see different, strategy, like about 3 or 4 strategies there, which was taken by different tutor, right? So
Yeah.
the best one is the person you are talking about. I guess that should be Demola. So the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
you are going to, the best you are going to do is, out of those strategies, you look at the one that best suits your risk appetite, that best suits your personal psychology, and at the same time that resonates more with your person, right? Then you go with that strategy. So what I'm going to advise is take out much time to finish the course, and then you pick the best strategy that you most like and you follow through. So if there's any further question, you can just reach out to us on our WhatsApp handle, just as where you took the course, reach out, ask the question, then the tutor related who take that will definitely come on board to put you through. Does that make sense, man?
It's okay. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Thank you so much. Do enjoy the rest of your day. So everyone, thank you very much for the market follow session, for this London session. Till we meet again 2 p.m. for the New York analysis. Make sure you trade cautiously and use your proper risk management strategy. Once again, I'm Lekon Cheers and God bless.